Wait for everybody to get in here. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Need to grab a sip of this water. Boo-hoo Bundy, my guy. What is going on? I have to ask, everything sound good so far? Let your boy know. Fantastic. All right. I'm going to give this about another minute and then we're going to get started. Oh, the insanity has begun, ladies and gents. I cannot express the amount of insanity that's going to happen tonight. But I'm sure everybody knows by the title, we're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe for the first time, as I've announced days ago. So I hope everyone's excited. I know I am. This game came out in 2013, everybody. The Ultra Deluxe just came out last year in August, I believe. So basically, the Ultra Deluxe is, from what I read up on it, the Ultra Deluxe is not a remaster, it's not a redo, it's not a reskin, or maybe it's a reskin, but it's basically the Stanley Parable. They brought back the narrator and they recorded and did a whole bunch of more stuff that added content. But back in 2003 or 2013, I've never played this. Back when it was crazed, I never touched it. So now, today is the day, ladies and gents. But before we get started, as always, thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you everyone for being here. I would like to also say that, yes, 2003 was a good year. I'd like to give a little bit of a thing. We are partnered with Dubby Energy. If anybody would like to help support your boy, Dubby Energy, use coupon code FroTheNerd, or I'll have a link in the description if anybody wants to go buy some energy powder. Fantastic stuff. But I think now is a wonderful time to get started, ladies and gents. So, have you played the Stanley Parable No! I have not. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I mean, I kinda don't want it that dark. We'll do this. That looks good. Okay. Let's get started. Please enter the current time. Well, I mean, it's what? 9:07 Central Time? Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Oh god. I gotta get it right. 9:08. There we go. Okay. So how's everyone's Friday? Is everyone having a great time? Everyone having a good day? I hope you guys are. Oh my god, that is loud. Hold on. Let's do 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 this. Do this.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Put him down to 80 for now. That sounds good, I would think. Okay. Let us begin.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Well, I'm
And
very
then one
proud of
day,
him.
Something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Uh-huh. Alright, so real quick before I continue. Ooh, look at all this stuff. How is the microphone with the narrator? I'm not drowning him out, or he's not drowning me out, is he? Ooh. What's that say? I hate Mondays. Me too, my guy. Me too. Alright. Let me get freshen up on the controls. So far, so good. Okay. Pause, interact, look, move, crouch, simplified, Good, good, good. Invert Y? Yes. Because anybody who does not invert Y is a madman. JK. I'm fucking with you. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Oh
could
no.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I hate Mondays still, huh?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hello? Who farted? Me? Duh. Can I pick it up? Phone! Pencil! Wait. Computer.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Hey! I don't care! I will press buttons! What's this say? I like work, I just hate my boss. Me too, my guy. Me too. Wait, I'm not allowed to say that. Rip. Alright. Ooh, computer. Boop. Do I have a reticle? Aha, I do have a reticle. That'll make things so much easier. What's this? Oh, that's another me farted. What's in here? Hello? It's your boy, Stanley. Come. Oh my god, somebody made a mess. What's the point? Alright, go onward. 416. Wait, what's that mug say? I gotta know. Oh god. I hate me too, my guy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But what if I want to go to the right? Alright guys, left or right? Choose your fate. Why I touch everything. Plant. Should we listen to the narrator, or should we say screw the narrator? I kind of want to listen, but yet I want to be a rebel. Listen, rebel. Listen, rebel. Ah! Through the middle! I can't go through the middle! Alright, we'll go left. Oh god. What's in here? 413! That's a pretty picture. That's a mountain. That's a sky. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, we got meeting room, Monday. Weekly review, mergers, ideas. Office party, woo! This box is too small. Do not alter without consulting the white... Am I the whiteboard manager? Can I be the whiteboard? Oh my god, there's a slideshow. Alright, distractions, distractions. Okay. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agendas and reflect. Targets. Push for funding. Get Chris out of the broom... Why is Chris in the broom closet? Hire someone. Are you done? Hey, I'm reading. Shut up. Fire paper guy. Okay, fire somebody. Hire somebody to fire the paper. Alright, so we need to hire somebody to fire that guy. Okay. Solving I was reading that. I don't care. Let's see here. What do people want? Things. Money. Violet James, you are fired. More money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and... Okay. So I see everybody wants money. Right? Is that what we're saying here? Okay. Okay. Oh. Is he in here?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if I want to stay?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
Hey!
reason to still be here.
Shut up! Mine. This is mine.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it
I
is,
would be.
He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Hey.
I never would have thought to mention it.
No. I will stay in this broom closet.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Well, let's ask. Boo-hoo! Is this concerning to you?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, that's hurtful.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Uh-huh.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
I want the pliers.
Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Alright, so apparently I cannot go on with the game. This is the end of the game. I got the broom closet ending, like the narrator was talking about. But apparently I'm also, whatever.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But there's a... Okay. I want to go this way. What? I've got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. I have no reflection. Okay. Alright, well. Ooh. What's in here? Oh, it's locked. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh. Piano? Oh, I couldn't play the piano. That's upsetting. How did you... I don't know. It's just... The numbers called out to me, you know? It just... For some reason, 2845 was just... hitting me in the head. What is that? Ooh. I kind of want to go down here. Whee!
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. So, I figured this first part of the game, I'll play for about an hour, and then...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh, God. I figured we play for about an hour, and then it will be... Escape? Screw it. I'm eagered. Boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sure. Wait a minute. This looks familiar. Why does this look familiar? Hold on. Bundy, let's recreate the scene. No, Luke. I am your father. And then you just fall down. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Boop.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. Well, are we... I guess we're heading back this way.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I don't know. Could I've?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
No more mind controlling where I live. Wahaha. Bam. What'd I do?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives,
freedom!
It will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Wait a minute. So, if I'm in the office 100% of the time, I eat, sleep, and breathe the office. Does that mean this is my first time touching grass? I must treasure
Stanley
this moment.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley
The grass.
was happy.
The grass, Boohoo Bundy. The good kind of grass. The kind of grass that you roll around in. Hey, trophy! We beat the game! I got my first trophy! Woohoo! Alright, everyone, game's done. Thank everyone so much for watching. I'm just fucking with you. Oh god. We're back here again. Alright, so I say we go to the right this time. Or should we go to the left again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna beat that computer. Whoop! Whoop, 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 whoop. Ooh. No power. Agreed. Input received. Of course! We go this way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so we went left, we went to the mind control facility. So let's go right this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Well, it's not really an employee lounge, but, you know, it's something. He left his computer on. I gotta turn it off. Interesting.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all,
What do we
just to
got?
spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Uh-huh. Well, this is a really pretty room, but too bad I must go on.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I? I kind of want to keep going straight. Let's go straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ooh, what is this? Do not jump from cargo lift while in motion. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. That looks kinda tempting, not gonna lie.
Look, Stanley,
Onwards.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Can I go
There's
through
someone
that
you've
way?
been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make. I
kinda wanna go that way.
Yourself. Now,
I'm already
not
too
asking
late.
For me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's been waiting? Holy shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
I don't want to
If
answer
you
it.
can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Yes? Hello?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
That's
they want to commit
fucked.
their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
That's
Let me show you
fucked.
what's really going on here.
Nah, I'm good. Fuck you. I'm mad.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Excuse me? There's a brick wall in my way. Fine.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
But I'm alive. Good morning, employee 2. I don't want to. Let me leave. How am I dead? How?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to
Where did
do.
this come from?
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
I do like some interesting adventures.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of upset. They lied to me about my wife. They lied to me about my kids. It's kind of upsetting.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Why? Oh
he began
God!
to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
There's a baby?
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
No! Why? Whatever.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Well, I'm living my life.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
Well,
watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
but I want to push it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press. Question
I
nothing.
can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
I don't want to see.
Maybe this time.
I don't
And
like you
tried
anymore.
again.
Please
Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh. Well, that was very rude. So-called friend, enemy, narrator. The insanity's already starting. God. Ah! You know what? Let's go back there.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I want to jump off
What
the...
did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I want to
Perhaps
jump
he had
off the
simply missed
thing.
a memo.
I'm gonna jump off the lift. I'm gonna get that $5,000. Loud noises. What do you mean? Oh. Don't scare me like that.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
No,
doors,
screw you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, I just don't want to listen.
Yes, this room.
Okay, bye.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I don't want to do that.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look,
Let's go.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Let's take the $5,000.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I don't want to hear it.
There's
You're mad.
someone you've been
I'm mad at you.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Whee!
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Nope.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show
Nope.
you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Nope.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I'm listening.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
But should we give him a chance? Because he was kind of mean to me. He lied to me about my wife. He lied to me about my kids. He killed me. Can't leave the office. He's so mean to me.
Oh, thank God
Fine.
you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and
Wait a
running,
minute.
just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
Something's not right here.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Did I
And
mess
I think-
up?
Well, I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna. What's in here?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Spooky.
Here. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's so
If we
beautiful.
Just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh my god. Okay. Down here.
No, wait. Where are you going?
No. Ooh.
Right. Where were we?
Nope. But wait. Ah. Nope. Over it.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Well, that's a chance I'm willing to take.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
No.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Oh god. Kids, shield your eyes.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please
Shit!
get back to the other room?
Nope. Doing it again.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
No, Stanley, no! Whee! Boop.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh my jeez. Should we do it one more time? I feel like 3's the magic number.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself
Use
to keep
the
me
escalator.
from being happy.
What
Am I reading the
escalator?
situation correctly?
Here, let me just take the easy way down. Whee!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well,
Yeah, all right. Let's go.
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Nope, just teasing. No, I'm just kidding.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
Don't be sad. Get glad. Water. Well, if there's nothing else really to do here, I guess I'm going back to the stairs. I guess. But I ran out of Glad. You have to use Hefty. I guess I really need to go back up the stairs. Alright. Back up the stairs we go. Da 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 da. Narrator, stop talking. That's never a good sign. Whee!
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
It's
I'm
okay.
going back.
The end is never the end. That's never the end. That's never the end. That's never the end. That's never the end. Okay, so we followed left. We went to the mind control facility. We turned it off. We went outside. We disobeyed. We ended up getting restarted after we went to the so-called apartment. And then we went a third time to the escalator, or to the elevator, jumped off the elevator into the pit. Or not, yeah, not really, into the hallway where the stairway of death. So let's...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Kind of want to go back to the mind control facility and escape. How's this?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
yeah, let's go back to
he entered
left.
the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Actually,
coming to a staircase, Stanley
let's go
walked
down.
upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And
They
at
are
last,
repeating.
He came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
I'm not ready to go back.
The cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
What apartment?
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Ah, that is a hindsight. Where's this?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss, I have an office, I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real, I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Uh-huh. What happened now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What is this?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This isn't like... What is this? Could someone explain this to me? Explain it!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sure, let's go to the left.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Let's go.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
Nope.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yes.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Take your time. I think it's left.
See, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? Okay. Spooky.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Not
Stanley,
really.
Close your eyes.
No, I'm good.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
No! Alright. Alright, ladies and gents. That is going to be it for me for tonight. I say we made a little bit of good progress. The insanity levels have hit 75-80%. But I feel like we have only not even scraped the surface of what this game has. So next time we will try to discover more endings and pick up where we left off. But I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Friday. Let's see. I don't know when next time I'll stream. Maybe Monday night? I feel like Monday night would be a good idea. But have yourselves a good weekend. And as always, be safe, be happy, be wonderful, and throw the nerd out. Peace!